All right, how you guys doing? So intro by Die Fast. One can concur it, viewers. How y'all doing? Um, there's a lot of cool stuff going on. I'm typing, and moving this thing around. I've left my other camera is in Los Angeles. So we are just doing it on the fly. I'm sure you guys will forgive me. Hope all is well. You can see here boots and sneakers on either side of the screen here. This is the stuff that's available for pre-order right now. You can pre-order it on junkerdesigns.com. There's two different kinds of sneakers. There's one different kind of boot. There's one kind of boot. It has some special features. The music's by down here, Die Fast. That's the band I sing for. You can find our stuff online. There's a lot of stuff that you can buy. There's a lot of the merchandise you can also get through junkerdesigns.com as well. So let's get right into this in a second. I'm going to still wait maybe another 10 minutes before I get into all the meaty stuff, because I do want more people to come in and have a gander. And we're going to, I think with the help of Miss Yvonne, try out all this coffee that was sent to me. So that's pretty exciting, because I pretty much drink coffee every day like a lot of people. I've always wanted to have my own special kind of blend. I've been learning a little bit more about that stuff, and I just know that the possibilities are pretty endless. So we're going to start out probably pretty simple. Hey, what's up, Mark? Start out simple and see where it goes from there. And this coffee is going to be, well, it's done here in the U.S. And then I have a partner to possibly do some that's going to be for Europe. And we would roast the European stuff would be roasted in Sweden. And this stuff here looks like it's going to be roasted in New Jersey with the help of some really cool people. Yeah, so that's what's going on with the coffee part. And like I said, I do want some more people to show up in here, and hopefully they will. And we'll talk more about all the other rock and roll cool stuff that's going on. So I guess in the meantime, to fill up some space, I think it is Tuesday. I got back from Los Angeles on, I guess that was Friday. I got back from LA. I've been working in LA, I think, for a week, catching up on some more orders. So all the officers' jackets are pretty much done. And then I'm going to have to go back and age them like in about a week. And then all the officers' jackets are going to go out. And that'll be out into the world. There's, I think, one more deerskin jacket to go that's going to a guy that is also getting the Hugo jacket replica. So he ordered a replica. He was not waiting for the whole contest and all that other stuff. The contest is gonna finish on in January. So the date for that is gonna be the end of January. And I need to go look at the calendar, but it's definitely gonna end in January. I'm gonna be in LA doing some stuff for NAM, the NAM show. You can hear, like, I think my daughter's, I don't know what she's doing. It's ruckus over here. What is she doing?
Carrying her toy.
Oh, she's carrying her new potty chair around and throwing it down. You can hear her, like, doing her magic. And so, yeah, we're gonna figure out how to get the coffee going. And like I said, Yvonne, I think's gonna help. Are you gonna help me? Sure. She looks thrilled. but she probably knows what a tablespoon is better than I do. And I'm trying to do this like really scientific, because this is the taste test to figure out like what coffee is going to be used. What special roast. So I don't know if you guys can see this. This is a box. This is a box that was sent by AC Slade and his people at Dead Sled Coffee. Now they're going to be the masterminds behind this stuff as far as the roasting goes here. And the packaging will be done by then, and by then we're going to get our own cool sticker and all that other stuff, and call it whatever I want or we want. We can maybe have a contest. So I already know that he sent me bags of samples. So here's this. Looks like some Dead Sled paper in here. Got their cool little skull on it. That's that. And then we have a bunch of bags. So this is all. It all smells like coffee. Oh wow, that one smells really good. That one smells really good too. So what we have here, I think, is 4 Junker samples, and they're all. You can see these are all numbered and everything. So this is like the batch number. So it looks like we have 48. I think we have. How did we get 2 49s? Uh-oh. Oh Lord. AC. In my facey. There's 240. It doesn't matter. I'll just relabel one of these as something else. Banana. So there's a banana on deck here too, helping. She's got some measuring instruments. Okay, so there's there's a 49. We'll call this 49A. There's going to be a 49B. I wonder how they're going to tell these apart. I'm going to have to send them back probably for them to figure it out. Well, this one says BW. I don't know what that means. I'm going to have to ask AC what that means. So there's a Junker 2549 BW. There's a Junker 2549. I guess we could just go look at that first. So we have all these cool things right here. So bam, 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 bam. We got a kid over here in a crib. And a crib. In a high chair eating an orange. We have 4 samples. And we have 4 cups. And I guess we're going to put it through the French press. What do you want to do? So Cherry's going to help. So first, let's just go in order. I'm sure this is really fascinating for you guys. So this is the 2550.
Good.
Yeah, someone's getting to eat an orange over there.
Good.
Yeah, it's good. You like your orange? Looks good. Looks really good. It's 550. So it's 6 ounces. There she is. So it's 2 tablespoons mixed with 6 ounces water. Wow. And we want to do this. We want to honor the process, or however you want to say it. Is that 6 ounces?
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 of these, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 2 of these. So 1, 2. And then the water. And then just wait. How long do we wait? You don't know.
How us your people? How long do you usually?
How
wait?
long do you wait, people? Hey, Adam, what's going on? So, how long do I let this stuff brew? You coffee experts. I can see if I can. Let's just see if we can get AC on the line here. I'll just send him a text. He's on tour, so AC is a really cool guy. I've kind of like known about him for forever, or at least quite a few years. And then we just kind of recently started talking because this coffee thing came together, and that was put together by this other guy named Joshua Colburn, another great guy that I met on Instagram. So we're all kind of always trying to connect the dots for other people. Like, I like to see people do good. So that's really cool. So he hooked that up, and then I was writing back and forth with someone over there at the coffee place, and then just by chance I went downtown in Los Angeles to go to this Creeps and Oddities, or Oddities and Weirdos festival. It was like a like an art show in downtown LA at this really great theater. I think it was the Globe Theater. And there's AC standing right there selling coffee to people. So I tried some coffee that day, and it was really good. It was some kind of like nutty, buttery, butt nut flavored stuff that was really, really good. I had to ask him what that was. I don't remember. So then we knew each other, kind of, from around. We got to meet each other in person, and then on Friday night I flew in, and he was playing. He plays in Dope, and he plays in the Misfits as a rugged gun for hire guitar player. I think it's guitar player in both bands. And anyway, so he was playing in Austin, and I went and we got to hang out. And thanks for the dinner. We had some really badass. I think he had a quesadilla. I don't know. I think I had some tacos or something. But either way, it was badass. This place called Arondis. It was across the street from Emo's over there. That's because Taco Time, or whatever that place was, didn't want to take our money. They said, "Not your kind," and here, no way. So we left. 3 to 5 minutes, Adams says.
It's been about 3 minutes.
Okay, I think it's probably been about 3 minutes. So right now we are on. This is the 2550. And
What's it smell like?
What does it smell like? Okay, let's do all this fancy stuff. I'm gonna put my little score sheet down here. I wish you guys were here, because actually the coffee's mixed with the smell of this orange over here that this midget is eating is pretty cool. See, there's a midget right there, and she's making her little lady is walking. I showed her how to make her little action figures walk, and now she's taking it to the next level. Yeah, exactly. Let's get her out of there. I don't want a bunch of people staring at our kid. All right. Yeah, AC was in Murder Dolls. I think he's been in a lot of stuff. Great guy. Like, I'd really like to hear him play guitar. I mean, I like to hear him play his guitar. Like, I like to hear what he writes and stuff. I don't know actually too much about Dope. Of course, everyone knows about the Misfits, and I heard some Murder Doll stuff, but not very much. So I'm not really good with that either. But so this coffee Smells like coffee.
It's a
Smells
little
like
bloody.
smells like some dark coffee with some I don't know the language. Let's just say some nutty tones here. So this is the 2550 that we're gonna do. And I don't know if you think this should be good. Hot? It's probably really hot right now. You want to try one too? Kind of. It might be pretty hot still. So this is like quality.
Here's the citrus floral aftertaste.
Citrus floral aftertaste. So that's why cherry's here. I think my nose and my lungs and probably some of my other stuff is pretty fried from glue and more glue. Okay. So this one for me just tastes like coffee.
Yeah, it's just coffee.
And I know he said he was going to trick us by giving us some stuff that he knows was not on my request list. So what I requested from AC when we started talking is I wanted a coffee that tasted kind of creamy, kind of had a nut, like a nutty flavor, because he had the coffee that I tasted at that event was like really. I can't remember if he said it's walnut, pecan, or I don't think it was pecan. Anyway, he had concocted something that was really good. So that was a pretty good starting place. And I was trying to get a coffee that had some kind of an after something. And I think so. The kids cramming oranges in the hot water. In here. Okay, so to me that tastes like coffee. It tastes like good coffee. As far as espresso, we didn't get into the espresso yet. You taste something in there besides that? Coffee.
It's coffee.
So we say that one is coffee. Good coffee. So then now. Good. This is the 2549 regular. I guess we'll call it the regular. And childproof, obviously. Nope. Rip the shit out of that bag. Alright, this smells like coffee. It has something else going on, and I'm not sure what you'd call it. There's something else going on in there.
We're putting in like
Too much?
2.5, yeah.
Alright, so let's do this right. I get excited and I start putting in some giant scoops instead of regular scoops. So there you go. So that's this one. And so we'll give that some time. Okay, so the other thing we're going to talk about, coffee. I'm talking about coffee. There's another cool project going on with Chris. Chris Gale plays bass for fivefingerdeathpunch. They're always touring all over the place. Super nice guy, so we're doing a project together. I'm not going to give you all the details of the project right now because we need to make sure that it's going to work out right. But we are going to make some kind of wearable art. It's going to be a bit available for purchase. And hey, what's up, Rob? And that's as much as I want to tell you about it right now. But that's really, really good news because the other projects I was working on have been sidelined at least for a little bit, and I can't go into details on that either. But there's just, you know how it is. You always get like really cool stuff that you're supposed to do, and then it takes, you know, sometimes it just takes forever, and that's just how it is. And so some stuff, you know, takes a while. Some stuff never happens, and then some stuff happens. Like in the case of doing the stuff for Chris from fivefingerdeathpunch, that was just you know, like 2 days ago, he pretty much called me up and we decided we're going to do this thing. So another thing that Chris is going to be doing is Chris is going to be the boot rep for JUNKER Designs, those steel toe boots that you can see on the screen that way, I believe, unless the screen is flipped, or I'm flipped, or you're flipped. He is going to give those a good test run. He like rides motorcycles. He does all kinds of stuff. He's going to put them through the ups and the downs and let me know what he thinks about the boots. So that's cool news. And I'm trying to get one of my favorite singers in a pair of the sneakers to do a test run. That's Scott from Carnifex. I think he would be a good guy to give some sneakers a test run and let me know how they hold up, what he likes, what he doesn't like. Personally, I like the sneakers a lot. The ones I'm wearing, I've been wearing for like, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years, maybe more. Can't even remember when we put the first batch of sneakers out. But this is the batch sneaker part 2 and boot part 1, and this is all available right now. You can get all that stuff, and you can order it. You can go ahead and oh, that's a good question, Adam. Why do you know all this stuff, Adam? And you get more flavor as opposed to the bitterness from the oil. Okay. Well, I'll ask him that stuff. I know that he was, you know, I did ask him some questions about roasting. I was able to help roast some stuff when I was in Sweden. And I don't know what kind of grinder was used on that one either. I do know that you don't want to have your beans roasted you don't want the oil to all be popping out of your beans. I learned that you want to have the oil come out in the flavor, I guess, in the coffee, and not just, you know, like when you see beans that are way too shiny. I think that's actually supposed to be a bad thing, but maybe not. You guys can fill me in. Adam, I would like to know, have you or do you roast stuff? No. It's a kid playing with plastic spoons you hear in the background. And she's doing a really good job of putting spoons back into a cup and then pouring them out of a cup. She's a really good organizer. Oh, you're just into weird nerdy stuff. Well, that's good too, because, you know, if you get coffee, I want you to be happy. I want to be able to answer your questions, and I'll definitely ask AC about that stuff. So I think this is... How are we supposed to cleanse our palate? Ew! Ew!
Water.
Water? Yeah, I guess water. Adam, what do you think? It's good. That's coffee, though. You can't drink it. That's for grown-ups, my friend. That's for grown-ups. She looking at some coffee? Okay, so this is the number 2. What is this? 2549A. You didn't drink your other coffee?
No,
Okay. You just want to taste this one?
yes.
Let me get a new cup. Just trying to be like super scientific here. So this coffee looks really light to me, which makes me suspect. You know, you'll hear all kinds of different stuff. about that. But for me, like I only trust Death Black coffee. But that's it's probably not the greatest way to judge coffee. If it tastes like burnt cigarettes, that's not really what we're going for here. But that's kind of the coffee that I grew up on. So this is the next sample. And okay. I would say this tastes like coffee. And I don't know how messed up my taste buds are either, so. Oh, crackers or bananas are good to cleanse your palate. Banana? Alright, you want to taste this one? Tastes like coffee.
It's not as strong as the first one, is it? Because you didn't do heating spoonfuls?
I don't know. Okay, so we got that one. Now we're on to some other samples. What do you think, little one? So this is a partial banana. 2548. This is another. Let's give it the snifferoo. Where's my blade? Lost my blade. The last bag I totally mutilated. Oh no, I just got too excited. Alright, so here's this. 2548. Smells like coffee. I need to clean this one out. Please. So new stuff is going on. There's a new film that'll start in December, I heard. And I can't tell you anything about it yet because I'm not sure exactly what it is. I have a pretty good guess, I think. You could probably, figure it out by reading up on any Robert Rodriguez stuff. But I think he just got the go-ahead to do something else. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's not it. I don't know. He is supposed to do a suspense action thriller, I think it was called. I guess written by the guy who wrote, or co-written with the guy who wrote Skull Island, I think. You guys could look it up and help me out and be the research branch of the. Yeah, Mr. Rust. So we're trying to work on some crazy junker coffee that I want to sell, and I'll be able to sell it in the U.S. and I'll be able to sell it in Europe as well, because I would have another roaster that's in a roaster that is in Sweden that I met, and so that would be the plan. So AC said 2 tablespoons, and then we do 6 ounces of water. 6 ounces? That much? No.
It said 6 ounces, right?
Really? That seems like a lot. No, we're trusting AC here. That seems weird. Probably because I'm used to drinking everything like as dark as is humanly possible. And, that's probably not how you do it. I don't know. So anyway, it's 2:30, and we'll let that sit for like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. I think 3 to 5 is what Adam said, so I'm going to go with that for now. Or was that Mark? Who said that up there? So this is the 2548. To me, like these smell like coffee. I haven't picked out anything amazing yet. And what I mean by that is something that tastes like the stuff that I was describing, you know, so it has to be a little, you know, you want to come up with a cool name and then you want the coffee to kind of reflect that in some kind of way. So, you know, if you want to call it like Blood Goblet or something like that, it's just got to be something extra. Because for the most part, coffee tastes pretty much like coffee. I mean, I could probably get like into the paraphernalia of it all and really like be able to start picking out stuff. But I'd have to say, like, you're going to have to, you know, I'm making a coffee for me first. And I would probably guess that my palate is not very sophisticated and I'm just used to drinking like crap coffee that maybe it's blasted my taste buds out. So for me to be able to taste like something fantastical, it probably has to be a little bit over, Death Espresso. A little bit over the top, maybe. So this has been brewing, what, 2 minutes? And so, yeah, man, it'd be great to make a Blade Runner kind of a flavor. This the first thing I'm trying to go for is like a nutty, creamy, with kind of a, I don't know, like kind of some kind of finish that contradicts whatever you taste first. And maybe that's a lot to ask for, or maybe you know, I'm not exactly sure. So I'm totally new to the game. I like all these coffees that I've tried so far, but they taste like coffee. But this is a great starting place because when he and I were talking, you know, we realized like this is the starting, and we have to figure out what I do like and what I don't like, and then you just obviously you're going to build on that. So coffee goes with sneakers, goes with leather jackets, goes with, you know, everything. So I think, you know, fancy people call it like lifestyle branding or whatever. And I just drink a lot of coffee. I'd like to have my own weird flavors that I like that maybe you guys hopefully will also like as well. And, you know, having something that tastes, you know, extra special is the only way to do it. Because I don't know, I can't taste the difference between like Sumatran and Guatemalan or whatever. I don't really know. I don't hate specialty coffees, like, you know, they'll make that pumpkin. I think what was it? Starbucks, the devil had the pumpkin spice coffee or so. I don't mind that. I mean, it's not like that grosses me out. I mean, at least you can, you know, at least you can taste what it is, I guess. They say, hey, this is called piranha backpipe, and you better be able to taste the piranha. And if it's called pumpkin spice, you better be able to taste the pumpkin and the spice. And so if I'm going to name something, you know, maybe I should come up with the name first. But I like Blood Goblet a lot, and then I definitely want to do one that's called. So let's write these down. So there's going to be Blood Goblet, I hope. There's going to be Goblin Fruit. And there definitely should be one called Morning Witch. So we could nail those 3, and in my mind, those taste a lot different. Like in my brain, the ideas that I have, goblin fruit obviously should taste like, it's got fruit in it. I don't know how we're gonna do it. There's got to be a way to do it. And blood goblet, that's the one I wanted to try to go for a dark, nutty, creamy kind of a taste with a weird finish. And then morning witch, I don't know. But I already know what artwork I want to do because Vance Kelly already did a badass witch like on a wolf, and there's no reason to not use that like as much as is humanly possible. So I think this cup is clean. This cup is clean. So I think this stuff has been sitting a little bit. This would be the 2548. And it'll be cool because I can write him later on. I know what kind of guy he is now, so I know that sometimes you have these conversations when you start creative endeavors with people, and some people really can get hurt by things, or anyway, you just have to deal with cool people. So he's a totally cool guy. So I think this process will go fine. Yeah, I think actually that's a great idea, Russ. So if you guys aren't reading the comments, Russ says maybe get a group of people together, put names up, and then have them try to, like, I guess, get the coffee and then get the name and figure out which ones go together. I think that's a great idea. And so it would be great, I can put out an invitation. The problem is that none of you guys live I don't think any of you guys live in the same places. I know, I don't know where Mike is, but I know that there's some Texans on here, and Texas would probably be the easiest. Basically the choices would be Texas or LA. If you guys are in the LA area and want to come out for an LA testing and hang out and drink coffee and we can print t-shirts, then we can do that. Maybe that's the time now to do kind of a similar kind of an idea for Texas. Hang out, we'll drink coffee, we'll print t-shirts. I mean, it sounds fun to me. Like, that's what I'm doing a lot of the days anyway. And then some other cool news, like I'll just kind of segue into that, is that the order has gone to Poland. So all that stuff has gone to Poland. So, my regular German is not in here. Sometimes there's some Germans in here, and sometimes there's Canadians. But I mean, this is really for people of the people in Europe. So it's called MOKO Designs 48 is the name of the store. It's in Warsaw, Poland. They are getting the furniture and getting the floors ready right now. It's kind of like the first JUNKER Designs flagship store. I mean, it's mostly going to have all JUNKER in there. He's going to sell some other stuff, like some jewelry from some local designers, and possibly mix in some more stuff. But this guy's like really put like a lot of faith in JUNKER Designs and wanted to be kind of like the first real rep in Europe as far as, repping the brand at his store. So he's going to rep the brand in his store. He's going to sell the items on his website, on his Polish website. So the thing you do to make this thing work, I believe, we can get really nutty on some leather for sure, is to, make sure that what he is getting, like, no one else has. So some of the stuff that he gets, everyone can get, and a lot of the stuff that he is getting is variations on a theme. So there's that, and I think we'll figure out how the exclusivity kind of works out. I don't know anything about Poland. I know I know the historical stuff. I have know nothing about what the Polish fashion may be, what the market would tolerate or not tolerate. I do know that Vedran and Behemoth are from Poland, so that's a pretty awesome start as far as like some really crazy heavy music. Besides that, it's like a shot in the dark. The other good news that's coming up is that I did get invited to go in early February to Dresden to be a part of a tattoo convention, and then in March go to Leipzig to a tattoo convention. And this is all through these really cool guys that are associated with this clothing brand called Yakuza Clothing, and I think they're mostly in Europe. I don't know if they sell here very much or not, but hopefully we can do like hands across the world, and I can help them out in some small ways, and they're helping me out in some small ways. And I talked to this guy named Bertram. He's super helpful, and they're giving me like I think a little piece of their booth. And so Junker will be in Germany selling in February and March. So that's a huge deal because I'm really interested to sell more there and not have you guys get killed by the ridiculous taxes and all the stuff that's going on. It's just when the guy Jarek from Poland kind of showed me what they're going to do to him, as far as what the taxes were going to be, it was like, man, it's like I have to figure out how to manufacture in Europe as soon as possible. So I reached out to the guys from Yakuza, and I said, hey, this is what I'm trying to do, and I'd really like to find ways to work together as well, like to do some crossover and some collaborations. And he's like, well, hey, let's start like this. Why don't you come and hang out with us, and we'll do these tattoo conventions, And that's a great way to, a great way to start most stuff is you got to show up, And on these kinds of things, I tend to get a little worried. It's a big chance to take, but it is pretty much just a plane ticket, and you're dragging a bunch of stuff over there. And yeah, I've already done that a bunch of times. Like I've done that in England and France and Sweden, and it's no big deal. I do want, in particular, the Germans to really like this stuff, And I do send stuff to Germany, but the way the customs and the taxes are, it's just like never. I don't know, man. It's not great for the customer. I don't know how people support, or it's a lot of money, that they end up having to pay in taxes, and so I'm trying to find a way to get something open and going as soon as possible, production-wise, in Europe. Yeah, for sure, Adam. Yeah, so I try to do collabs with all kind of people. I'm trying to get a friend of mine to help me build a house. There's a genius architect and like sculptural artist, metal fabricator guy. Yeah, I've done all kinds of collabs. Mostly collaborations with visual artists. I don't collaborate that much with other fashion designers because they tend to be dicks. But there's a guy, Eli from Ghost Circus, turned out to be a really cool guy, and I like him a lot. And there's a couple other guys in LA I really like a lot, really great designers. We haven't done collaborations, but just that I like and really respect their work, and they're really pushing stuff. I think Eli is he might be the only guy I've ever collaborated with as far as another fashion company. That is, I've collaborated with a bunch of different artists like Liz Lopez and Lorian Vex, or Christian is her real name. TJ Hernandez, Chet Zar, Stephanie Edmark, like really good visual artists. And I continue to find people to do artwork for me because I take a long time to draw. Okay, 2548. Tastes like coffee. You want to taste this one? Tastes like coffee.
Get to me when the good one gets there.
Well, we only have one left. These are all good. I'm just not getting any pizzazz. There's nothing that hits me in the face. And like I said, that could be because my face has been hit so much already. Or it could be
Tastes like the first one.
tastes like coffee. Okay, so these are all good. They all taste like coffee that I would totally drink every day without a problem. They don't taste like it doesn't. They don't get to be called blood goblet yet. So, it's part of the process. So let me clean out this one. And also the other thing that could be happening is AC might just be like, dude, really? It's like, what's wrong with you? Maybe I have the taste buds Maybe from tasting so many butts, I don't have any taste buds. Or maybe I have the taste buds of a gorilla. But okay, let's go on. This is the 2549 BW. So this will be, I don't know what this will be. Ah, okay. 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 So this is, this smells like something. Yeah, I try to put myself out there as much as I can, dude. I totally feel you. Is this tablespoon? This is teaspoon. No, tablespoon. No wonder. Huh? I want to make it strong how I like it, then. So all the scientific experimenting basically went out the door. Went out the door. All right. That's what happens when you don't enunciate very well. All right. So 6 ounces. This is still pretty hot, so I think we're good. So there's that. Where's the tablespoons? Or did she? I think my kid just stole all the spoons. Hmm. I don't know. Oh, here they are. All right. So let's see what the difference is here. Wow, that's a huge difference. Okay, let's try this. We'll try this one over. I'm gonna try not to make a mess here on the counter, but I don't think it's gonna work. So 3 teaspoons is almost 1 tablespoon. So there's that. Now we're talking. There's that. prison style. Isn't that when you put it through like a shit stained socks? Shit stained socks. All right. Well, that already looks like Black Death, so I think we're on the right path. I might have to test these other ones again to see. I think, yeah, they're going to probably still taste the same. This last one smells like something, though, if you want to come smell it. So Cherry, or Miss Yvonne, whatever you want to call her, is a chef and has some taste buds. So I want her, that's why she's doing the taste test, too. And that's why I need her opinion to make sure I'm just not, you know, going cuckoo, eating bananas and drinking coffee. All right, so 252, 252. I'll let this brew for about 3 minutes or so. That's the one.
Smells sweet and nutty.
Yeah, see, sweet and nutty.
Mm.
She said it smells like high school hazelnuts. Man, I have the sweetest neighbors. So that was one of my neighbors from LA. They're repaving the parking lot. I have the 68 Chevy that's been chopped. This truck. And they're making sure I know, or he'll help me move it somewhere. That is amazing. Like, that's Ryan. So, Ryan, just so you know, like, I'll just tell you I'll tell you all the stories. Hey man, Rob, I'll check you later. I'm waiting for all your jackets, just so you know, so I can measure everything, and then I'm going to remeasure the stuff in the garage. So Rob had got some of these vintage jackets from me, and they're too small. So I need to make sure to try and find matches and then send them back. Some bigger ones, I'm waiting for the old ones to get back here. If any of you guys are interested in like vintage motocross and other weird stuff, I have tons and tons of these jackets in my garage. And that brings me on to another collaboration that I'm doing with this guy named Chris DeRubius, who has his own gallery in Las Vegas and does crazy ass airbrushing and stuff. And what we did is I took one of those vintage motocross jackets, put tons of crazy studs and stuff all over it, gave it to Chris. He painted like a big ass skull on the back, and then we're gonna rust them up, and then I think we're gonna sell them in his gallery. He's doing a show around I think December, and I have the date written down, but late in December, like kind of around Christmas, where you would think that that's not, you know, you're like, wow, people would go out to a gallery on Christmas, but if you see his videos, and I think it's called DeRubius Fine Art if you're on Instagram, he has amazing long lines of people just waiting to get in. Hey, there's Mike. I was wondering, like, where's Mike? Well, there you are. Oh, I see you're late to the party. It's all right. So we're on to the last. This is for Mike. So we're on to the last coffee here. We're doing the coffee tasting, and I'm just trying to fill people in on some other stuff that's going on. This is from a guy named AC Slade is helping me with these flavor profiles. He works at Dead Sled Coffee. He is also a rock and roll guitar player and all around nice guy. So when these kind of collaborations happen, it's really nice. You know, it's been pretty easy so far, you know. And we're just starting to get kind of into the meat of the thing. So when I talked to him, he's like, I'm going to send you stuff that you kind of asked for, and I'm going to send you some stuff that you kind of didn't ask for, so we can gauge, where you are on, I guess, the spectrum. So the last sample that I just opened is called the Junker, the 2549BW. And to me, this is the one that really smells like something. I think the other ones are too like I guess mellow. They don't kick me in the flavor hole like I wanted. I wanted to taste something that tastes like some creamy, nutty blood. Not nut blood, but nutty blood. And have some kind of a weird, like a finish to it. So I think that, we talked about a number of different things that can be done. Like you can do all kinds of weird tricks. But in roasting, from what I know so far, and Adam probably can back me up or correct me if I happen to be wrong, a lot of roasting has to do with time and temperature. That's like the two variables that you have when you're roasting. Now, you can do a bunch of weird shit to the beans before. And so we're trying to figure out what kind of special stuff we can try, to take whatever we're doing to like some other place, because I'd like to see this stuff sold, or featured in coffee shops. I think it'd be super cool. I know a guy in Temple that'll start selling it, and I know there's a guy in LA that may start selling it. He's his own. He roasts his own. The guy in LA, so he's like a little bit like, yeah, I don't know, dude, because he just is pushing his brand, which understandable. I don't, no hard feelings there. But for a lot of these other people who are selling coffee that own coffee shops who are not their own roasters, I think there's a place for this. Basically, kind of trying to do what I guess it was called Naughty Ale or whatever did for, I don't know, booze, like really fucking cool labels and stuff, and interesting flavors, done really well. That would be the goals, obviously. So before I taste this last magical batch, I want to make sure that you guys remember that there's oh yeah, I've been to Kick Butt Coffee. That's a good place. Make sure to check out these two things online if you don't mind. For one, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, the YouTube channel. Make sure to like the video when you're able to, and make sure to leave me all kinds of comments. The other two things is the Hugo jacket contest is still going on, and it's going to go on until the end of January. And I'm trying to line up a very special drawing and do some really special stuff. So that's why I said it's the end of January, but I haven't picked an exact date because I'm trying to work around someone else's schedule who could possibly be a special guest. And you can pre-order your sneakers and boots. So that's another thing you should check out. Check it out online. Sneakers and boots. Two other things that are going on that you guys may or may not know about right now is there is a discount code for jackets. Okay, it's jackets, but it's all uppercase, and it's spelled JACKIT. Jacket. And if you do that, you're going to get a discount of, I think it's, God, I should know this, 25% or 15%. Let me look, because what kind of shitty information would I be giving you if not giving you the right information? Let me look real fast. We can double check this. Let's go back. Products. Let's look at cancel. And let's look at discount. I guess you guys are just gonna have to buy jackets then. Let me find a post, dude. I don't really want to do this to people. But pants, pants, and pants. Okay, so pants is 15%, jackets are 25%. So pants is PANTS, jacket is JACKIT. The laptop bags Mark is asking about. You can see a pretty good picture of them on online on the Junker Designs Facebook. Those are 600. Those are all leather. It's a computer bag slash like messenger bag. It's to hold a computer that's about 13 by 15, which I think is most laptops. It is made with an inner pocket that's got padding on both sides. So you would have to really, really mess up bad to damage your laptop. So I just wanted to have a cool laptop carrying device. It's got a really big flap. It's got clips. You can clip the flap down. It's got a side pocket phone holder. It has all heavy-duty hardware. It's a heavy-duty strap. It's all leather. And on the inside is a vintage sheet liner. And there's even more inner pockets. There's a pocket for your ID to slip into. There's pen holders, pencil holders, all that stuff. All that is in this bag. It's got a lot of features. I've been asked about it so much, I think I'm going to put it online. What I was doing was I just was showing people some stuff I was making for a special order. Robert Rodriguez had just ordered another one for himself. And I was like, well, if I'm going to make one, I should try to make a lot more than one. So that was the thought there, to hopefully get some more orders. So I guess if I could really push everyone to order those or write in a request to have one made before the end of November, that would be really good, because then the end of November I'm going to be back in Los Angeles finishing up more orders and hopefully finishing all these computer bags. So that all could get done, I hope, at the same time. So let's just do this last thing here. So this would be the Junker, the last sample, 2549 BW. And let's see what we got. And then also, this one's been brewed a lot darker than the other ones. The other ones, all the measurements were wrong. I don't think that would have changed like the flavor profile that much. I mean, I'm definitely, all these coffees are, you know, extremely drinkable. So this is the last one. Yeah, so now we're talking. Yes, yes, my friend. Jerry, you want to try this one? I think she's got a baby on her right now. This is the right direction. So if we're gonna build on this, and if you picture if we did, you know, 4 more variations of this to try to get our dude done, our new flavor done before the end of the year, I think it'll happen. It could happen, or at least we'll be releasing in the end of January. I have to give AC a lot of credit and Dead Sled Coffee a lot of credit that once these discussions started and I wrote them kind of a flavor sheet, my ideas for the coffee, it only took like 2 weeks for the samples to come over, and to me that seems super fast. So I'm really jazzed about that. So yeah, I think we're gonna build on this one for sure. The 2549 BW. Yeah, man, that's some good stuff. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for showing up. Once again, there's some new stuff with Chris Kale from Five Finger Death Punch. It's going to be on the way. There's all the stuff is online at Junker. The usual stuff on Black Friday. You're going to be able to get a discount and get all the new stuff. I did a special preview of a bunch of the new T-shirts on the Instagram, Junker Designs Instagram page. So make sure you go over there and get on that. And that's at Todd Junker, TODJUNKER. That's where the home of Junker Designs is on Instagram. Okay, Adam. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, in December. I don't know where I'm going to be in December. End of November, I'll be in, end of November will be kind of hectic. I'll be in and out of LA. And then it depends if I start a movie on December or on December 1st or not, but we'll see. But anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you tomorrow.